ويتفضل الآن الأستاذ أحمد عبد الله في تطوير البنى التحتية لأنظمة البث بشركة ليمو. تفضل مشكورا.
صباح الخير. أنا سعيد جدا إن أنا معاكم النهارده. أنا اسمي أحمد عبد الله. أنا مدير شركة ليمو كونكتورز في الميدل إيست. وعايزين نعمل سمول برزنتيشن عن موضوع الانترستنج اللي احنا بنتكلم عليه. إن شاء الله تبقى مثمرة ليكم. ببساطة شديدة احنا عايشين في عصر الفضائيات. عملية البث التلفزيوني الحي أصبحت عملية منتشرة بشكل كبير، وأصبحت نيدد كمان في نقل الخبر بسرعة. يعني اسمحوا لي إن أنا أعمل ميكس بالإنجليش والعربي عشان we have some other nationalities here، فنتكلم بالإنجليش أكتر بعد إذنكم يعني. We talk about now the infrastructure of broadcast in the buildings. Simply, the transition now in the Middle East going in the digital broadcasting. In the past, we was using the not conventional way of broadcasting by using the copper cables, which we name it coaxial and triaxial. From 25 years, Sony camera manufacturers was thinking about what's happening right now, just how to get a better quality of the picture. So they invited everybody, they make a workshop how to use the broadcast cables to be by fiber optics. So the transition now reached to be in the HD and Ultra HD by using the fiber optics. This is the general topic that we will talk about right now. What is the idea of this system? Using the fiber optics, fiber optics is a different type of conductor, which is not cables, not copper, and it has too much options that we will talk about. Simply, it is just a small core, which is 125 micrometer diameter, which is very sensitive cable. And basically, it's using by laser light source. So, because of this cable is very sensitive, that we should be carefully dealing with this cable, because the bend, as we can see, it might make problem in the cable. The light source will be going out from the cable itself. This is the idea how the input signal coming from the camera, for example, and go for modular, and then converting this the signal into optical fiber, optical source, laser source, which is the transmitter is taking from the source up to the receiver. The big advantage of the fiber optics, if you can see here, it can carry big bandwidth, and it has less degradation, and we can be used in a long distance, and it's a small size and lightweight. Simply, if somebody is interested in watching football and whatever games, the very high definition picture, which we can see right now, maybe it started from 4 years back, and slow motion pictures and stuff, it can never be done without this system. If, for example, if you remember World Cup 1994 or something, the quality of the picture right now is totally different. This is because of LEMO connector. Because without that connector, we cannot have this quality coming from the lens itself, the lens of the camera. And we have also some disadvantages of using the fiber optics, which is that fiber optics is very sensitive cable, and it can easily be cut. So we need to be careful when we are installing the cable, when we are dealing with the cable. And it's a little bit expensive when we build the system, but if we do it in the right way, it can live for a long time. We don't need to talk too much about the technicalities. Let's go directly in the applications. What type of applications that we can use this fiber optic system? Simply, if we can see here, this is the various application, and we need just to have a concentrated look here. Let's go from the first. Whatever outside broadcast system we have, we have an OB-WAN, and we have cable, direct cable from the camera to the OB-WAN. If we don't have the system built in, we need to have an external cable from the OB-WAN up to the camera. We can, even if we have a look around us, for example, if we don't have a system here, let's say the TV, this cameraman is now making a broadcast for us. If the system is not existed in that ballroom, this cameraman should have a direct cable from the OB-WAN, which is parking outside, to this camera. So you need to put it outside here, whatever, in the corner or stuff like that. It's not an easy operation if ever we need to do that, because it's easily can be cut, the cable can be cut, and at the same time it might make some disturbance. Maybe it need to be crossed outside the hole or something like that. So this is the first application. Second application, in the stadiums, it's the same. Or building application, that we need to stress somehow about this. For example, if I have this as a football stadium, and I need this is a game, and we need to have a broadcast. If we don't have the built-in, which sometimes in the big events, you need to use more, looks like 35 cameras or 32 cameras up to the standard of the championship. So it's really a hassle just to have all these cables coming outside. And at the same time, the bending of the cables, if you use it outside, it's affecting to the quality of the picture. And we will have some discussion about the football games, the football stadiums, especially in the next slides. We also extend the application not only for the medium size, we name it large space. We can go for very large space, meaning that one of the biggest advantage of using the fiber optics that we can have a broadcast for a camera for 20 kilometers away from the OB-WAN, meaning that we have an application that if this is the OB-WAN and I have a camera away of this OB-WAN of 20 kilometers, we can have the same quality of the picture. This is by using special equipment designed by LEMO, and at the same time by using the fiber optics cables. The simple application we have is the studio application, which is, we name it a small space. So whatever applied in any broadcast system, you can find it in this nice picture. You can use it for the golf. Even here we can see this multi-shack converter. I can use this multi-shack to have direct connection from the OB-WAN to this golf player up to 20 kilometers. And the large space, which is the football games, football stadium, and the small one is the studio application. It's very easy to connect. LEMO make the issue is very easy. Simply, you have a connector, which is, we see it here, FUW. You can fix it in the camera by a camera cable going with, this is the various connections that we may need in any system until it will reach to the CCU. This is simply the simple application. As we talk, we have a small application like in a studio facility, in control room, in rack, in racetrack, obi-van, large spaces, sports facilities, conference halls, presidential palaces, and ballrooms. This is one of the, in my point of view, this is the new trend, will be coming soon in all the Middle East. It's already done in Europe and in USA for a long time back. Let's say they started to apply this type of application from maybe 15 years. Now the trend is coming that if I need each and every sports facility which having a regular games, for example here a big stadium called Al Jabr Stadium, I think it doesn't have any broadcast. We have, because our company based in Dubai, UAE will be hosting an Asian League in January 2019, and one of the basic requirement from FIFA, if ever we have a big event right now, you should have a built-in infrastructure like this one. This design are made by mixing of some information from FIFA, and this is made by LEMO for Al Nasr Stadium, which one of the stadiums will be hosting this upcoming championship. So, for example, the requirement is 32 cameras. Here is the position of the cameras by number. Each and every camera here have an infrastructure wall box, which the cameraman will just come and fix his camera here, for example, just to put a connector in the wall box. And this connector here is having a direct connection from this point to a big patch panel, which the obi-van can be also fixed in the cable. The benefits of this type of application is that you have a permanent system which can live forever. The quality of the picture will be really 4K up to, this is the maximum definition of the broadcast cameras available in the market right now, which we name it HD. The Ultra HD is now in testing stage. Very soon you will find the camera manufacturer talking about 12K. The picture will be 3 times better quality than what we are seeing right now. All of this happened because of LEMO connectors. Without LEMO connectors, we can never reach to this. Because LEMO is the one designing this type of connector from long time, and now it becomes the standard of all the camera manufacturer. You can find the connector built in the camera. This is the application of very large space, also like camel and horse and car races. More than 2,000 meters, we should use some different type of converters. So the small application for LEMO now, up to 2,000 meters, and the bigger application up to 20,000 meters, which I think it's a huge distance that everybody would be happy if we have something like this. To apply this type of network, we have some components. We will just take it quickly. This is as we said, that LEMO is designing this type of connector now, and it's according to SMPTE. we will hear this point, this abbreviation too much right now, and which is the abbreviation of Society of Motion Pictures and Television Engineers. This is like a KEMA, like an ASTA certificate, ASTA specification. This is the standard specification of any broadcast system worldwide. And if somebody need to have a new product, it should be approved them, and the other one putting the standard. LEMO connector is having a special edition of this SMPTE, which is called SMPTE 311M. This is the standard of LEMO, which we can see here. This we just highlight this one. This is a real camera coming from manufacturer. Let's say it's Sony. You will find this connector built in the camera. So all the system right now designed according to this connector. Aside of that, we have different type of connectors produced by LEMO, which is almost 75,000 different type of connectors. We have some other connectors can help in the broadcast operation, but it's more in the power and in going more in the camera manufacturers. So these are the different type of connectors designed by LEMO and manufactured by LEMO. Here, this is the one, the standard connector as we see, the SMPTE 311M. These connectors are made by stainless steel, and it can work for up to 20,000 cycles, meaning that I can on and off the connector 20,000 times. And it's IP68, so against all the dust and water ingress protection, and made by stainless steel. The idea of this connector is that connector is having a 2 fiber contact, and 2 power contact, and 2 signal contact. The 2 power contact is the one supplying the power to the camera, meaning that up to 2 kilometers, I don't need any power source to supply the camera. The camera is taking its power from the CCU and run up to 2 kilometers, which supplying the power to the camera. If I will go for the exceeding this length, I should have a power source near to my camera. So simply up to 2 kilometers, which is the most of the various application needed. I don't need any power source to the camera, this is the technology which used by LEMO and designed by LEMO. This is the cable used. We name it hybrid cable. As we say here, it's run up to 2,000 meters from the camera to the CCU. And this cable also designed by us. And this cable is produced by maybe 3 or 4 companies, manufacturers of cables worldwide. And also LEMO, one of the producers of this one. This is simply the component of the cable. We will just go quickly through. These are the 2 fibers. And these are the 2 control. Control means that whatever control between the director to the cameraman can be taken by these 2 wires, signal. And here is the power. The concept of the power is that we design this, every contact, having a 2 parallel cable together, which is reducing the resistance of the cable. That's why it can be run up to 2 kilometers. Maybe somebody will say that if ever we design any electrical network, we cannot exceed 500 meters, for example, we will have a voltage drop. So this is the idea. We put 2 contacts in parallel, we connect it together just to contact the power. By the way, this carry 240 volt. So the voltage of these power sources, power cables, are 240 volt, which is the normal volt we are using. After that, we have the male connectors, which this is the first point which the cameraman connected in the wall box by using some splice boxes. And we also developed one set of connectors to be in the patch panel. Simply, we make it simple to every user and every system integrators that we can make all the component of the network available from A to Z to make it easy. And other than that, we can also be involved in the design because this is our own connector, and we already having like agreement with SMPT that whatever needed information to be spread it out in the market worldwide, it should be coming by us. We have a specific department in UK, which is whatever information needed and whatever development needed for this type of connector, especially this department makes specially for this connector. This is, for example, this is a picture of the patch panel, and this is a sample of the wall box. Also, in the wall boxes, we have other connectivity, not only the SMPTE. It's like if we need a data cable by Cat6, or if we need fiber optics, if we need BNC video cables, if we need audio cables. We add some more options in the market that we can also include these type of connectors, which is not made by us in the design, also to make it more easy for the users and for the designers. Triax, this is the eldest version of broadcast application, which we make. Until now, this is still, there is a Triax connectors in the market, sorry, camera in the market. We cannot ignore this, but whenever any user want to have another, a new camera, he will not find the Triax, but we should include it also in our system. To make it more easy for anybody needing and using a broadcast system, we also add another service in the market, which determination and testing done by professional specialists under LEMO supervision. These two employees are already one of two of LEMO members, and it's a real project that after installation done, we are giving certificate that this system is already done and according to LEMO, because simply LEMO having a commitment in our product that we can give warranty about our system up to 5 years, for example, and we also guarantee that our connectors, if it's done according to the right maintenance operation, that it can really work for a 20,000 cycle. 20,000 cycle is a big number, by the way. Can imagine that you fix the camera and on and off of 20,000 times. I think it can, if you use it every day, you need it like, I don't know, we can calculate it if you use it every day. If we follow the right way of maintenance, we can really reach to this. That's why we will talk about maintenance. Maintenance is very important for our system, and it's a big disease of our connector, which is the cleaning. That's why we also should inform everybody that we need to have a regular cleaning of the fiber to prevent loss of image quality. This is the issue. You can have a system, but the quality of the picture is not exactly as it should be. So if you need to have a better quality, you should have a system built in without bendings, without losses in the laser way path. And also the cleaning is the other options that you can it can really give you the picture. If somebody is watching the Premier League for UK, I think most of us following up because of Mohamed Salah and that stuff. We have good players now. That quality, the UK people the English people are really the best people having development of fiber optics worldwide. That's why our company is based in Switzerland, and we place the development part of this type of connectors in UK because of really the British people are having interesting. They are more interested in making some development in this type of cables. The picture of the quality of the picture we see in the Premier League is the real standard. That's why we are planning to shift this type of technology to be in our area. We don't have anything to prevent us to reach to this. We have the fund, we have the mentality, we have the material, we have the designers, so we can do that. It's easy. Which is sooner or later, every single building or application that it has a probability of having a broadcast, it should have that system. I just want to tell you a small thing. In Dubai, for example, Dubai TV now they are refusing to make any broadcast in public area, like a Dubai Mall or what stuff, without having that system. Because the quality of the picture is not going fine. They make disturbance of the people. And at the same time, they are having a probability of losing very expensive cables, because if someone mistakenly press on the cable by his foot, the cable is damaged. So if you don't have it in the wall box, the stuff is there, they prevent. Which is also, I think this mentality is shifting now to everywhere. As far as I know, that the system considered new in Kuwait, so we are here to give you the right information, to make it easy for you. We can be there with you from the start of the design up to the end of the project, by our services and by our product and by our supervision to the system integrators. Simply, this is the difference between the non-clean fiber contact and the clean fiber contact. If you have this one, you will have a picture, but the picture will not be that quality in the monitor. So we should keep our contact, the fiber contact, all the time like that, by using the maintenance and cleaning tools. Quickly, I need everybody of you just have a small look about this list in 30 seconds. Let's say the biggest names. These are the application of LEMO worldwide of the broadcast system built in. It's from 1996, Atlanta Olympic, Winter Olympic, USA TV installation, Japanese TV, Korea Network, Football World Cup 2002 in Korea and Japan, whatever, name whatever. So this is the application of LEMO worldwide, which is having a built-in infrastructure of broadcast. The latest thing that I added by myself, which is this one, 2019, Asian Football Nation in UAE. So all the stadiums will host this championship by the recommendation of FIFA. It should have this type of broadcast network. So Kuwait, if needed to be hosting any type of championships like that, you will find one committee coming from FIFA. Please, I need 1, 2, 3, 4. Give me infrastructure of broadcast. As simple as that. Also in tennis. Okay, where we can find this MPD connector? We are worldwide. We just divided the world in pieces. Centrally in Europe, and we have in Australia, we have in Asia, we have in South America, we have in USA. Basically, our manufacturing plant is in Switzerland, and anybody, any outside offices can be having an assembly house of LEMO, or having a sales office like here in Dubai. We have only a stock facility, and we get all the materials coming from Europe or from USA. Simply, we can build together any system you want, because this is one of our commitment to you. We are not looking for business. Business is there already. because we don't have any kind of competition worldwide. This is a very complicated connector, and it's available everywhere. So whatever needed from us, we are here to serve. That's it. Thank you, and I hope that I give you a small brief about the broadcast network should needed in our facilities. And I'm available for any question if you have any question, and at the same time, if you want to have any type of communication with us, you can easily go for LEMO, lemo.com. You can find my contacts there. I'm responsible for all Middle East, including Kuwait. Thank you.
شكرا استاذ احمد عبد الله، تفضل.